If you'd like a sweet treat after your main meal, made of 4 ingredients, it's easy to make it in your caravan, then this video is for you. Let's go inside and get started. Hi, Dennis from Caravan Cooking here. Welcome to another recipe video. Today we're going to do a sweet, tasty dessert recipe, Hasselback apples, and we're going to cook it inside in our gas oven inside the caravan. You could cook this in a camp oven or a Dutch oven outside as well, over hot coals, or even on a barbecue with a lid that comes down over the top of the barbecue. But please watch to the end of the video. I want to share with you the most important cooking equipment that we use that we never leave home without. So let's get into the recipe. I always start by laying the ingredients in the equipment out that I'm going to use. And for this recipe I'm using Royal Gala apples, but you could use a green cooking apple like Granny Smith, or any cooking apple if you prefer. And the first step is to core the apples. I find this little corer really helpful. And it gives you a very clean core as well. Then cut the apples in half from top to bottom. You see how the corer does a really great job. And then a bit of a trick is to secure 2 chopsticks to the cutting board with some tape. So this really holds the apple in place, but also helps to prevent you from cutting right through the apple. I've got a cutting board just over the sink in the caravan, which gives us a bit more cooking work space, or bench space. So cut them into 5 centimetre slices, but don't cut all the way through, because we want to fan them open from the centre of the apple. Then place the apples cut side down on a roasting pan. Make sure the roasting pan's got sides. Look, I tried to be a bit clever and cook the apples in these enamel dishes, but it didn't really work, and I'll explain why shortly. So turn your gas oven on to preheat at 200 degrees Celsius, about 390 degrees Fahrenheit, or gas mark 8 on our oven. Then turn one gas burner on to low. Place 50 grams of butter in the saucepan and heat until melted, but really be careful not to burn the butter. Add 2 tablespoons of water. Quarter of a cup of brown sugar. And half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. So whisk that gently. Don't forget that butter will be hot, so whisk it gently until all those ingredients are combined. Just makes a real nice tasty sweet syrup. Then pour that lovely sweet syrup over the apples, dividing the mixture evenly over the 2 different servings. The oven's now nice and hot. We're going to bake those apples for 40 minutes, and at the halfway point we're going to baste the apples as well. You see, I'm having a little bit of trouble fitting those 2 dishes into that oven. I'd also turn the trays around at about the 20-minute mark as well, as to prevent the back one from burning. Make sure whenever you're using a gas appliance in a caravan to have the roof vents or the windows or doors open, especially when the oven is being used. There's just can get so much steam and smoke in there, and it prevents the caravan from filling up from smoke. So a mistake I made is I didn't rotate the dish halfway through, and you can see there that there's a few burn marks towards the back of the dish. It's because all the heat was at the back of the oven. Now for the bonus I promised you. I never leave home without... No, only joking. I never leave home without my knife roll. The knife roll was made homemade by my wonderful wife. It's got separate compartments for each different knife, which keeps them all organised and all together. I use Scanpan Spectrum knives. They've got soft touch handles which make them really comfortable to use. The blades are high carbon stainless steel, and the protective sheath for each knife protects the blades when on rough roads. So the first knife, the blue one, is a Santoku knife. It's got a thin blade for slicing. It's 14 centimeters, which is 5.5 inches long. It's a great knife. So that's for slicing. The next one is a cook's knife. It's really for cutting using a rocking motion. It's 18 centimeters long, 7 inches. You can rock it backwards and forwards to cut up your veggies. I use the Santoku knife mainly for meat. The next one's a bread knife, 18 centimeters long, 7 inches. And the next one's a utility knife for use for peeling and cutting small fruit and veggies. It's 9 centimeters, 3.5 inches. Also got some cheese knives. Really handy for happy hour, of course. And last but not least, they've got a Scanpan Spectrum knife sharpener as well. You always need sharp knives. I hope you've enjoyed the recipe video. Please give us a thumbs up. I look forward to seeing your comments. Please subscribe to the channel and you'll see all the new recipe videos as they come out. Lots more recipes on my website, caravancooking.recipes. See you next time. Hooroo.